Hello everyone, and welcome to this video about the journey to success through perseverance and wealth accumulation. Over the next minutes, I will be sharing a story with you about one man's incredible journey from humble beginnings to achieving great success and wealth through perseverance, hard work, and never giving up on his dreams, even in the face of adversity. I hope his story will inspire you and motivate you to never stop pursuing your goals and dreams, no matter what challenges may come your way. Early struggles. The man in this story was born into a low-income family with very little money or resources. From a young age, he had to work hard just to help support his family. Money was always tight, and he often went without some basic necessities. School was a struggle as well, as he had to work many hours after class and on weekends just to earn enough to buy school supplies and clothes. He often felt like giving up on his education to work full-time, but he was determined to get an education to create a better life for himself one day. Starting a business. After finishing high school, he knew he didn't want to struggle financially like his parents did. He came up with an idea for a small business. He could start with very little capital. He worked 2 jobs and saved every penny for over a year to save enough money to launch his business idea. The first year was incredibly difficult, as he had to work long hours running the business while also holding down his other jobs. Money was tight and there were many doubts, but he persevered through it all. Early successes and growth. In the second year, his hard work started to pay off as the business began to grow slowly. He reinvested all profits back into expanding operations. Within 5 years, he had grown the business significantly and was able to quit his other jobs to focus full-time on running and expanding the company. He continued working long hours each day and was relentless in pursuing new customers and opportunities. While money was still tight at times personally, the business was growing rapidly through his dedication and perseverance. Major breakthrough and wealth creation. After 10 years of building the business, he had a major breakthrough. A huge client wanted to place a very large order that would require a significant investment and expansion. He took the risk and invested everything he had, as well as taking out a large business loan. It was the biggest gamble of his life. Thankfully, it paid off enormously. Fulfilling that one large order transformed his small business into a major operation. Overnight, his personal wealth grew exponentially as well through the value of his company. He had officially achieved great success and financial security after over a decade of persevering through challenges, giving back, and continued growth. Now with wealth, he didn't forget where he came from. He started donating large sums to charities and causes, helping low-income families. He also became a mentor, sharing his story of success with others facing struggles and inspiring them to never give up. Back into expanding his now very successful company. Within 5 more years, he had grown it into a multi-million-dollar global enterprise. Through smart reinvestment of profits, acquisitions of other companies, and continual innovation, his wealth multiplied many times over. He had achieved incredible success and financial security through perseverance, lessons learned from the journey. Let's now reflect on some of the key lessons we can learn from this man's incredible journey. First, never give up on your dreams and goals no matter the obstacles. As long as you are determined and work hard, success is possible through perseverance over time. Second, be willing to take risks and invest in yourself and your ideas. The biggest rewards often require the biggest risks and leaps of faith initially. Third, reinvest profits back into growth instead of lavish spending. Continual growth and expansion are key to building true wealth. Fourth, help others along the way if possible. Giving back provides fulfillment and also pays dividends in many ways. And finally, have faith that through hard work and perseverance, your circumstances can change dramatically for the better over time. My takeaways and applying the lessons. For me personally, some of the biggest takeaways from this story are around never giving up and believing in myself, no matter the challenges. In my own journey so far, I've faced many setbacks and doubts. It's easy to feel like quitting at times. But stories like this remind me that success truly is a marathon, not a sprint. Small, consistent efforts over long periods of time are what lead to real transformation. You should apply these lessons by staying focused on my goals, working hard each day, taking smart risks to grow, and helping others along the way. I have faith that if I persevere, my circumstances will improve greatly over the coming years as well. Q&A with the successful businessman. Let's now imagine we have the opportunity for a virtual Q&A with the very successful businessman from the story. I'm going to take on the role of interviewing him and asking some questions. Me. Thank you so much for taking the time to share your incredible story of success with us today. My first question is, what kept you motivated during the many difficult early years when money was tight and the business was still small? Him. The desire to create a better life and know that if I just kept working hard day after day, year after year, that things would get better. I never lost sight of my big goals and dreams. Me. What would you say was the single biggest risk that paid off for you? Him. Definitely taking out that large business loan and investing everything to fulfill the huge client order. That one decision changed my entire life. Me. What advice would you give to someone just starting their own business or journey today? Him. Never give up, even when you feel like quitting. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. With determination and perseverance, amazing things are possible over time. Me. Thank you so much for your time and inspiration. You are truly an inspiration for entrepreneurs and go-getters everywhere. Call to action and conclusion. In conclusion, I hope this story has inspired and motivated you on your own journey, whatever goals you may be pursuing. While success doesn't happen overnight, staying focused on your dreams and working diligently and smartly toward them each day will lead you there over time through perseverance. Don't be afraid to take risks when opportunities arise, and most importantly, never, ever give up, no matter the obstacles. If you apply these principles, your own story of success can unfold. I encourage you to get started right away on your next small action step towards your goals. Thank you all for listening, and I wish you the very best on your journey ahead. Q&A with the audience. Let's now have a brief Q&A where I'll answer any questions from all of you watching. Feel free to use the chat box or comment section to ask me anything you like related to the story, lessons learned, or your own goals and dreams. I'll do my best to provide helpful responses and encouragement. My personal story and goals. Since sharing this motivational story, I thought it would also be valuable to share a bit about my own personal journey and goals. While I'm still early in my journey compared to the successful businessman we learned about, I want to be open and honest about where I'm at currently and where I'm going. I'll discuss some of the challenges I've faced so far, what I'm currently working on, and my biggest goals and dreams for both the short and long term. I hope it provides further inspiration and accountability for both myself and all of you. Q&A about my story and goals. Let's have another brief Q&A now, where you can ask me any questions about my personal story so far, current projects, or goals for the future. I'm an open book and looking for any feedback or advice you all might have to offer as I continue on my own journey. Use the chat or comments again to interact. I'll do my best to respond to everyone. Break time and recap. We've covered a lot so far in our first hour together. Let's now take a 10-minute break to rest, recharge, and digest everything that was discussed. Feel free to get up, stretch your legs, grab a snack or drink. I'll also do a brief recap of the main points covered in the first hour when we return. See you all in 10 minutes. Recap of Part 1. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your short break. Let me do a quick recap of what we covered in the first hour. We learned the incredible story of a man who achieved great success and wealth through perseverance after facing many struggles early on. Some key lessons were around never giving up, taking risks, reinvesting profits, and giving back. We then had a virtual Q&A with the businessman. I shared my own takeaways and goals, and we had a couple Q&A sessions. Any other key points to recap before we dive into the next section? 75 to 80 minutes. Mindset shifts for success. A critical part of any success journey is developing the right mindset. Our thoughts have tremendous power over our lives, actions, and ultimately, our results. In this segment, I want to discuss some important mindset shifts that can help accelerate progress towards our goals. Some examples are shifting from a fix-it to growth mindset, developing an abundance versus scarcity mentality, focusing on opportunities, not obstacles, believing in ourselves no matter what, and taking 100% responsibility for our circumstances and result. I'll explain each of these in more detail. Practical tools for goal achievement. Having the right mindset is important, but we also need practical strategies and tools to actually achieve our goals in a step-by-step manner. In this section, I'll share some of the most powerful methods I've used personally and learned about from other successful people. This includes things like goal setting, SMART goals, visualization, daily planning, accountability partners, tracking key metrics, celebrating small wins, and more. We'll do a deep dive on how to properly apply each of these tools to make consistent progress. Overcoming common obstacles. No matter who we are or what we're pursuing, obstacles are an inevitable part of any success journey. In this segment, I want to discuss some of the most common challenges people face and provide strategies for overcoming them. Some examples are lack of motivation, not having enough time, fear of failure, negative self-talk, distractions, information overload, procrastination, financial struggles, and more. We'll explore practical techniques like reframing thoughts, prioritizing activities, mini deadlines, accountability, delayed gratification, and asking for help when needed. Maintaining progress and momentum. Reaching our goals is a marathon, not a sprint. Staying consistently focused and making progress over the long haul can be one of the hardest parts. In this section, I'll share techniques for maintaining momentum even during inevitable periods of busyness, stress, lack of motivation, or plateaus in progress. This includes things like having a weekly routine, tracking progress to stay motivated, celebrating small wins, taking occasional breaks to recharge, changing up activities to avoid burnout, accountability partners, and refocusing on why we started. Monetizing skills and passions. For many, turning passions and skills into a viable business or career is a big goal. In this segment, I want to discuss practical strategies for how to potentially monetize areas of expertise, hobbies, or skills we have developed. This includes options like freelancing, creating online courses, launching membership communities, publishing books, ebooks, developing mobile apps, starting a blog, creating YouTube podcast content, launching physical products, starting an agency, and more. We'll explore the pros and cons of different models and how to get started. Importance of continual learning. In the constantly changing world, One thing that is certain is that we must commit to continual learning to stay relevant and grow. In this segment, I'll discuss why lifelong learning should be a core part of our mindset and routine. I'll provide examples of different learning methods we can utilize, like taking online courses, reading books, attending seminars, conferences, mentors, learning from others online, podcasts, audiobooks, skill shares, networking, and more. We'll also discuss how to effectively implement learning into our daily, weekly routines. Financial management best practices. Managing our finances well is crucial for achieving long-term goals related to things like wealth, freedom, stability, and legacy building. In this section, I want to discuss some proven strategies for smart financial management. This includes budgeting, saving strategies, investing basics, debt payoff methods, insurance planning, retirement planning, wealth preservation tactics, and teaching children good habits. We'll look at both tactical steps and developing the right mindsets around finances, health, and wellness for success. Our health truly is our wealth. Neglecting self-care can stir up one's behavior. Like and subscribe to the channel for more stories and insight about wealth accumulation.